glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with the Oregon State head coach before the game. He is obviously very excited. He has waited a long time for this opportunity. He came to this university when he was just 18 years old as a player, and now he will lead his team out of the tunnel as the head coach. It is a dream come true, and his emotions are very high. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oregon State's offense as they take control of the football first. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Fires to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Pressure coming. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Sooners offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up.
Caught, and he's got room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a give to Robinson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Finds his man. It's Sategna. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And how about this drive this offense has put together, man? You're kind of backed up. You just want to get some good field position. Now they've converted the sticks, moved the ball down the field, now set up 1st and goal, a chance to continue their physicality, own the line of scrimmage, and finish this long drive.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The keeper on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. Knocked off his feet. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the grab. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oregon State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Punt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Running inside. It's Hatcher. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The option, he'll keep it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Murphy. Quarterback extends the play. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Right on the money. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Beavers using their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Diving for the score, and the ball's loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And they'll get him down after a solid return. To the air on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Beaver! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Murphy. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Maybe some room here. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Hunt is on its way. Makes the grab at the 10. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going to run it. Got a first down. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Rush is on him. Being chased. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with North Dakota State taking on the Duke Blue Devils.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Sooners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Pulls it on the option. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. 3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Line is set on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the outside. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. Here's a little run. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Dropping back, it's Murphy.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Picks up the 1st down. Going the other way, and he's got room.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Running inside, it's Robinson. Finds a crease at the 20. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Now from inside the red zone. Throws for the tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended.
Grabs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Fires to the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
The kick is on its way. He makes the catch at the 10. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Hatcher. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they're after him. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. First carry of the season. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Murphy. That's caught, it's Nolan. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Pulls it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hampton. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson one more time. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Oregon State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take.
Finding some room. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity. Third down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Here's a heat. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Catch in the middle. It's Hansen. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Sooners right after the huge play through the air back to the line. In the red area, it's Robinson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Unloads to the right. Touchdown Sooners! That's the way you finish a drive. points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Beavers in the hurry-up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Under fire, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And now...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Reporting from the Oklahoma sideline, this has been a really positive start for this transfer tight end. He came in with a lot of preseason hype, but he has delivered here in his first start. They have gone to him early and often, and he has lived up to all the hype. He's getting along with his teammates, joking, laughing down here on the sideline. This seems like it is a good fit for this team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. So after hitting bankrupt, spinning that wheel of fortune, now this offense can tack a little more onto the lead. They have it 1st and goal. Tries to get it himself. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Oregon State will use its final timeout here. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he scores! Touchdown, Beavers!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle.
Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance, but you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.